Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. My name is George Wright III with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education so that you can start your day. Hope you're having a great day today. I want to start out with the quote of the day from the Daily Mastermind mobile app. And that quote is from T.S. Elliot. And it's, "Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go." You've got to be willing to take the risks in order to be able to see what you can do. So today, I want to get started because I've had many conversations lately with individuals wondering, why they're not moving forward with their lives, why they're unable to create the changes that they so desperately want. And it reminds me of an episode of the Daily Mastermind I did about a year ago called "What's Holding You Back?" So I thought today what I would do is I'd take you through that episode again. I was out at an event, which we're obviously not doing now with these events, but I thought I'd take you back to this in an attempt to help you think a little bit more about what it takes to get you to overcome what's holding you back and start pushing you towards your greatness. Now, there's so many opportunities available out there right now. I promise you there's so many things that you can take advantage of, but you've got to be willing to be honest with yourself and really analyze and identify what's holding you back. And you've got to be willing to do the hard work to be able to get you free from these challenges. So with that said, I'm going to cue up this episode from last year, and I hope you enjoy it. I appreciate you spending time with me here today. Look forward to talking with you more tomorrow. Have an amazing day. We've got a lot of stuff to cover today. I'm super excited because I'm here in Atlanta. We've got an event with about 250 people and a major mastermind that I have personally with some great speakers, leaders, authors from around the country and around the world. I'm here with some top legal entrepreneurs, real estate, stock investor, Forex, as well as leaders in the personal development industry. I'm excited to be here with Robert Stuberg, who is a former executive vice president for Nightingale Conant, worked with Vic Conant and Earl Nightingale, as well as created a lot of different programs and was one of the founders of Success.com. Sold that to Success Magazine. So I've got some amazing nuggets to be able to share with you. But one of the things that stuck out in my mind the most today, and this is the topic that I wanted to kind of get to you for your daily dose, and that is I've been talking with hundreds of students that are all at this particular conference, high net worth investors as well as entrepreneurs, and there seems to be a common theme that I'm noticing. Everyone has opportunities, ideas, and things that they're pursuing, but more and more I'm realizing that people are not clear on what it is that's holding them back, why it is that they go year after year after year trying to create success, trying to move further in their goals and their aspirations, but they are not where they want to be. So if you put aside for a minute the fact that they have defined fulfillment and happiness the wrong way, in other words, they may be chasing things that make them happy but not long time fulfilled. If you put that aside, what I'm finding a common pattern is that they just haven't spent the time to get clear on what's holding them back. What I've found is as I've sat down with some of these individuals just in passing or in private conversations, and I've asked them some key questions, like where do you struggle the most? Where do you find your greatest lessons? Where do you find you're getting held back? Most of the answers that I get, and it may be things like business traits or different types of things that they're doing, the more questions I ask, the more accurate and more specific their obstacles become. And what I've seen is that these individuals have slowly but surely narrowed down what their true obstacles are that are holding them back. And in all honesty, most of it is fear and self-doubt, lack of confidence. In other words, they may be disguised as current setbacks or failures. It may be disguised as a bad partner. It may be disguised as not working in their purpose and passion. But ultimately, in the end, it boils back to fear and self-doubt. But one thing I've learned is that unless you do the work, unless you sit down and legitimately spend time asking yourself the questions, what's holding me back? Why is it holding me back? What has been my experience? What else? I've asked people, what else could be doing it? What other things? Because generally, when people have objections for themselves or things that hold them back, it's usually the first thing that comes to mind. They usually don't want to talk about or even accept and acknowledge that certain things are the real core problem that they're facing. And so what I'm going to encourage you to do is, most importantly, I want you to sit down and I want you to recognize that you need to do the work. You need to sit down in a quiet place and really ask yourself some key questions. A great technique would be to take a journal and make an entry. Talk about it to yourself. Ask yourself questions. Dig deeper. Go deeper on the layers. Because I'm telling you right now, as we begin to roll out our program in March for March Makeover, and we really start making some massive changes for you, the last thing you want to do is bump up against that financial thermostat. And many of you know what I'm talking about. In other words, you have a personal mindset that has set a thermostat as to where you're going to be success-wise. And until you go outside your comfort zone, until you find out what your limiting beliefs are, and until you break down what the core problem is, you can't focus on changing it. You can't focus on making it better. And you can't just take the initial surface level things that have been holding you back, because I promise you that's not what's holding you back. Deep down, there is some more core things, and they're going to come out as we go through some various ideas and programs. But what I want you to do is I want you to get very, very clear on what it is deep down that's been holding you back, so that we can get honest and transparent with each other and go to the next level. I'm going to add one more thing here, and that is, you need to understand that your past does not equal your future. Your past results, your past experiences, your past problems, your past circumstances, they don't determine your future results. You need to leave that in the past. The past is over. Get over it. It's time for you to move forward, and it's time for you to choose to have some faith in yourself. We were all born with greatness inside us, like my friend and mentor Les Brown always says when he talks to individuals. You have goodness, you have greatness inside you. It's time for us to unleash your potential, but you got to let go of the past. You've got to get really clear on what it is that's holding you back, and then we need to do the work. And I want to ask you to have some faith, because remember, as I said before, faith is a choice. See, what you have to realize is it doesn't matter whether you believe it can work. Okay? Because universal laws and principles of the law of attraction and success and time-tested principles and strategies work. It doesn't matter whether you think they work. If I'll give you an example. If you're a rock climber, a lot of times you can't see where that next ledge is, but your partner below you might be able to tell you where it is. Well, whether or not you believe that ledge is there for you to put your foot on doesn't make it any more real or not real. The bottom line is you just have to have faith. Sometimes you have to act as if, and you have to have faith to structure yourself and push yourself outside your comfort zone. That's what you're going to need to do in this situation. But you can't do that unless you get really clear on what's holding you back. If you can get clear on what's holding you back and make a decision to have some faith and basically recognize that your past does not equal your future, we're going to make some major radical changes in your life. And I really want to leave you with that and help you to understand that the whole purpose of this podcast, as well as the mobile app, is to help you on a daily basis. It's going to be something you're going to have to work at on a daily basis. And I know that we can unleash your potential. I know that we can create a life that you were meant to live. It's time to make that happen. Do the work. I'll plan on talking to you tomorrow. I'm really excited about some of the things we have to share, and look forward to talking to you then. Have a great day.